Yeah, my name is Swaggy C. 9 years ago, I was super broke in college and came across financial literacy and day trading. I stopped playing college basketball, dropped out of school my senior year, and spent the next few years learning about the stock market, Forex, real estate, business, and anything that had to do with finances. I became a babysitter in Greenwich, Connecticut to pay my bills while trying to become a consistent trader. Over the next few years, I got on a few TV shows, lived in Prague, Czech Republic, and actually met a woman named Bailey on Big Brother, who I soon asked to be my wife on national TV. After returning to her hometown in Missouri, we rented a Penske truck and drove 33 hours and moved to Los Angeles. Instead of returning to TV, I retired in the prime of my career. It wasn't making me happy at all. Every time I was on a TV show, I knew that all I wanted to do was focus on day trading, business deals, and everything related to finances because that's what truly makes me happy. I ended up putting my all into finance and day trading and created several businesses. I also moved to Puerto Rico, met a bunch of amazing people, and had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful daughter named Alora Lee. Then I went to go live in Dubai, met more amazing people, launched some businesses, and had my son, Baby Swag. Now, with several different streams of income that generates millions, a healthy family of 4, and an empire being built, I'm the happiest I've ever been. And the crazy part of all this is, I'm just getting started.
I would say I was a lot happier when I was making 100K than I was making 10 million. That may sound very stupid to people, but like when I was making 100K or 200K, it was just me and my wife. And I didn't feel like the pressure of maintaining some lifestyle, right? Like when you start making a lot of money, all of a sudden your expenses go up. Like for me, all of a sudden I want an 8-figure house on a big mansion. When I was making 100K, I was looking at Missouri houses for 700K as a dream house. When I made my first million, all of a sudden something in my mind switched where it's like, okay, I expect this now. Next year I expect to make 5, and then 10, then 20, then 30. Now all of a sudden I want to be a billionaire. I read a book called The Success Principle, which is still one of my top 3 favorite books of all time. He asked a series of questions, 8 questions. And number 1 was, what does your financial life look like 10 years from now? Write it out in terms of how much money you want to make annually, what do you want to do with the money, and yada, yada, yada. Great. Number 2, what does your house look like? Number 3, what does this look like? And everything I said came true, but when I was 18 years old and I made that list, I said I would be blessed if I made $1 to $5 million every single year. I'd be the happiest guy in the world. I'd be so blessed, no complaints. And now, if you told me I make $4 million in a year, I would cry because that's not good enough. Now all of a sudden, our life is like, we got chefs, and we got nannies, and we got housekeepers, and house managers, and we got assistants. And we got all these things where it's like 4 years ago when I was only making 100K, we didn't have that, and it just, I don't know.
So I never understood why newcomers who come into this industry, brand new, will be up, let's say, $600, and they look at this with disgust, like, oh, I should be up 6,000 or even 60,000. Mind you, me, as in Swaggy, I was up 42,000 on gold last week. That was last week. This is a new week in the market. This is a whole different trade. I just opened this trade literally 20 minutes ago, like not even 20 minutes ago while I'm, in my office just chilling and working. Gold is melting, and people will look at this as if it's no big deal and as if it's a video game. Meanwhile, they will work for $18 an hour and spend the entire week just to get to this number. But when you get to this number and it's a matter of 20 minutes, oh, it's an issue and you should be up more, and you're looking at yourself with doubt. It literally makes no sense. And now you just made a week's worth of money, or even 3 days worth. It could even be 2 days worth if you got a great job, or 1 day's worth. But you did all of that in 20 minutes. Time is everything. Not the actual dollar amount, how much you make in that time. There's a reason why somebody's paying you, $18 an hour. That's what they feel like your value is worth. But imagine if you were getting paid $600 an hour, $500, $700. Your life would be a little bit different.
the trade that kind of did everything for me was I had made $30,000 in a single day. That was like the most money I had ever made. That's a month worth of trading versus 30 grand in a day. And that was trading USD JPY, and that was when the market had crashed. It was funny because I was outside with my dog and I take the position outside, and I was just kind of fucking around with the dog, and I checked my phone. I'm up like $1,200. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm expecting maybe make like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 off of this trade. I come back to my computer and I'm like, what the fuck? Am I watching a YouTube video or something? Because like you see a bunch of tiny little candles and then there's one fat ass, and then I realized, I'm like, oh fuck, this is my MetaTrader, and it said like $35,000. I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? And I'm like panicking.
You're like freaking out.
I'm freaking out. Like, what the fuck do I do? Do I keep holding it? And it started to come back a little bit. Like, fuck that, I'm closing, bro. And I closed and I secured like $30,000, which was crazy. And it was funny because the day before that, I had my biggest trading day, which was like 7K. So I had made like 37K in like 2 days, and that was like what really set the tone for me.
Spend more money. And I know that sounds real crazy, but first of all, Barbara Corcoran said it, and she's worth way over 9 figures, right? I'm just elaborating on what she was saying and how I really feel, right? I'm clearly in Dubai right now in this big penthouse that is $3,800 a night, overlooking the entire city of Dubai. And the reality is, you guys can be in Dubai too, right? Maybe not necessarily this place. We don't have to be in this specific room at this specific hotel. The reality is, some of you guys are actually making good money doing your side hustles, your main job, even trading and being an entrepreneur, your business. You're making a good amount of money. I know people who are making $10,000 consistently on a monthly basis. You don't have to fly first class and do all this other stuff to Dubai. It's like $700 one way to come to Dubai from Miami or Los Angeles. It's $1,400 round trip. You stay at a nice hotel for about $500. Cheapest from here is $500 a night. Stay here for 7 days. That's $3,500. 35 plus $1,400 is $4,900. You spent less than $5,000 basically on travel and accommodations. Now, you know, factor in food and stuff, great. Now you spend $6,000 out of that $10,000, $15,000, and guess what? The biggest part is, now when you go home, you're gonna have a bigger appreciation for what you do. You're gonna have a bigger appreciation for the money that you make, because now you can spend it on other things. You're gonna be more motivated to make more money, to make more memories, to go to Dubai or Morocco or Thailand or just anywhere in the world because of that one trip. And so many people out there are making all this money and just keeping it, but there's nothing pushing them more but just looking at bank accounts, seeing it going from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50. It's really hard to be motivated by like looking at actual figures. Like it's easier to be motivated by looking at the figures and then taking a little bit of that out and spending it on your family and on a good experience. Because when you come back to work, you're gonna have a new appreciation for what you do.
House is beautiful, man. You see Alora? I see you, Mom. I'm gonna come to you in a second. Hot tub here, pool here. I see you, mamas. I'm gonna come get you. Fireplace there. My office is that room and that room. It's basically like a 2-bedroom office that is, I'm gonna show you guys later. I'm coming, mamas. Gym, Alora's playroom's back there. Master bedrooms, 1,000,000 bedrooms. Alora's right here. Come on, mamas. Over here. Hi, mamas. Hello. You wanna go to the playroom? Okay, come on. Let's go, mamas. Let's go to the playroom. So yeah, I'll give you guys a tour later. Alora, hands. Thank you. Backyard. Go to the playroom. Playroom, open. Go to your playroom. Yay!